It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
Hey, tired of being Mr. Nice Guy to these fuck niggas. Got nothing to discuss with them unless it's about business. I replenish when they all diminish. Started caking, I ain't never finished. Can't kill him, I've been too kind. When the money piled, I need y'all to witness. Pull up on them like calisthenics with the jewels on me. Met your chick, she amused for me. Sent music to amuse, I was not enthused when they put the blues on me. Wait, fuck that, time for me to bust back. Show me where the love at, ho. Niggas on the block with the gun strap. Homie finna dump that, hit him where his mustache go. Ayy, get on my level. When it come to bank, I pimp my teller. Never been a nigga that'll rock Margiela. Never come around, I bitch, y'all better. Might not never get to rock Coachella. I don't get no fucks, I think you want better. I'm about my cheddar, don't sprinkle no feather. I skate on track like Bam March. Every young nigga too hot, don't need no leather. I've been a living legend for a minute. I was at the Apache trying to sell a ticket. Nigga used to rap when Debo had the bitches. I've been learning about the boss and treat it like an auction. Labels gotta bid it. I ain't never been with Stalin. I can make a call and get the money printed. Bitch, I do not play when it come to this rapping. Studied the game when I lived in the attic. All of that struggle just made me a savage. Singing my praise on my edge, been jacket. Hating that nigga can't fit in my jacket. I give you that shit, y'all nigga be taking. Y'all bite my style straight trash. Y'all make it took 21 days, make stuff my habit. I'm gone.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well to start this week. And I guess we're going to be kicking off the week, dipping our toes into a little bit of the horchata, shall we say. Okay? So I've been seeing a couple videos circulating for the past 2 days or day or so. Both are very viral, and one is of Matthew, aka What's the Dirt. The other is of XQC. Both of them are kind of undermining hip-hop culture. Why? I don't fucking know. When you know, they're trying to make their living being a part of hip-hop, giving their thoughts on hip-hop, associating themselves with hip-hop, and artists and rappers specifically. But this is the game we play. You know what I'm saying? Really didn't think we would have to keep talking about What's the Dirt, especially not in this fashion, but he continues to make content. He does this stuff on Twitter, not so much on his actual YouTube page. I guess the YouTube is too popular for him to put some of this content on. So he uses his Twitter, which is like a little bit of a silo for him until the stuff goes outside of his base. But either way it goes, it's ridiculous. Okay? So he drops a video on Twitter over the weekend talking about for the culture is bullshit, right? Which, again, this is a culture that you eat off of. It feeds your family. Without this culture, we don't know you. We don't care who you are. Would have never cared. So what are you talking about? But let's go ahead and pull it up. So here he is on Twitter. He says, for the culture is a pack of nonsense. If you haven't done it yet, open your damn eyes. This went out yesterday at 4:47 p.m., almost 24 hours ago at this point of me recording. It's got 905,000 views in a day. Almost at 1 million. Okay? Just the caption alone is crazy. We've already covered that, but let's see what he's talking about.
The way that these guys push narratives is fucking sickening. Hip-hop is back, bro. Lyrics are in. I can feel the shift, bro. I don't know about you. Okay, if that's the case, then why didn't you react to a single album that Boldy James put out this year when he put out 6? How come no one talked about Larry June and 2 Chainz album? What about the LP that Nems dropped? Busta Rhymes dropped an EP. Never heard anyone talk about that. What about Jim Jones? He dropped an album. What about Currency and Harry Fraud? What about Young Buck's new album? Smoke DZA, he dropped a tape. Wait, so if you're so for the culture and representing the culture, why didn't you talk about KRS-One's album? Let's go to the other side of it. What about Coda the Friend? Fairly new rapper, right? Really doing real hip-hop. How come no one reacted to his album? Capadonna, Wu-Tang. Where was the reviews of West Side Gun's album? What about Lloyd Banks? I didn't hear a single person talk about this. Benny the Butcher, brand new EP. A$AP Rock, this dropped 2 months ago. Oh, but when it comes to the Carter 6, that's a different story. The culture needs to talk about that because that makes money, right? And you gotta scratch your head when it comes to an album like Public Enemy's new project, right? Like, if you're so for the culture, why didn't you talk about this? Oh, but everyone talked about Clip's new album, right? I wonder why. Because it had a massive Rock Nation push, one of the biggest
Oh
industry
my
pushes we've
fucking
seen in years,
goodness.
and that you'll actually make fucking money if you talk about this? Again, because you care so much about hip hop, you got to talk
Oh
about
my
Drake's new
fucking
tracks or anything he
gosh.
does and talk about how it's totally not hip hop, right? Yet, because you represent hip hop so fully, you got to talk about Drake's lawsuit and how that's not hip hop. But now all of a sudden, real hip hop is back, right? It's a bunch of malarkey. They've been pushing it for a year. People are sick of it. I'm calling it out. I'm sick of it. It's a bunch of nonsense.
Boy, if you don't get your ass the fuck up out of here. Boy, if you don't get your ass the fuck up out of here. So let's have a look-see at What's the Dirt's YouTube channel real quick, shall we? 380,000 subscribers. One of the larger platforms in the YouTube sphere discussing things related to rap music. Not gonna give you the hip hop tag, but we'll say discussing rap music, right? You've got 79 videos. Let's look at the subject matter. Let's see if we find any of these albums in your content discography. When rap beef gets real, feuds that ended in violence 16 hours ago. Drake sabotage Pusha T album, Let God Sort Him Out 9 days ago. The reason why T-Pain hated Drake for years. 15 years, excuse me. Drake's entire Iceman EP #1 rollout explained. Your last 3 out of 4 videos was talking about Drake, but you're tired of people talking about Drake. What the fuck are we doing here? The ones that don't center around Drake are centered around beef and violence. When rap beef gets real, feuds that ended in violence. But you want to talk about what's for the culture, what's not for the culture, what's rap music, who's talking about what album. What fucking album are you talking about in any of these other than Iceman? Kanye West is dead to Jay-Z and Beyonce. When rappers get dissed in their own city. Drake's comeback album will break the internet. Lil Wayne sneak disses Kendrick Lamar on Carter 6. What the fuck are we doing here? You out here criticizing the subject matter while feeding into the exact same subject matter. You ain't no better than nobody. You actually worse. Niggas is still talking about them 37 niggas and you're actually playing into it in your Twitter like we don't see you. Kanye West versus Kendrick Lamar, full story explained. Meek Mill's Proud of Me, verse of the year. What album have you talked about at all? You wouldn't even hum KRS fucking name if you weren't trying to figure out a way to other yourself from the rest of the guys. What are we doing here? Drake Gimme a Hug diss actually explained. Joey Badass versus Kendrick Lamar, full beef explained. How to Strangle a Goat. The 100% full story of Drake versus J. Cole. Family Matters explained. 616 in LA, truly explained. What album have you talked about? I used to watch this nigga channel. All of us used to watch this nigga channel up until he started getting weird. I even gave him a chance a couple times after he got weird, just to see where his shit was gonna go. The only thing your channel is comprised of is beef, drama, violence, people speaking in a negative tone towards each other. And hip-hop, the beef element is in hip-hop. There's nothing wrong with it. But acting like you're above it, acting like people shouldn't be talking about it when that's all your shit is talking about, where's your album reviews? Where's your song reviews? Where's your lyric breakdowns not consisting of diss raps? You got 79 videos. How many of them can we say have anything not to do with beef? Not a single one. Except Young Dolph Legacy. 1. Maybe Tom McDonald. 2 and 3. And the Kid Rock. So you got 75 videos about beef out of 79. And you out here trying to pull up a cultural high horse in a culture that you're not even a part of, in a culture that has mostly turned their back on you because you weird. If you want to separate and other yourself from the so-called culture, then why don't you talk about your culture? Okay? Why don't you talk about the history of hockey? Why don't you make videos about Wayne Gretzky? Why don't you make videos about The Weeknd? Why don't you school us on how influential Cardinal Official was within the Canadian hip-hop hemisphere? Talk about your culture. I don't even know what the fuck else comes up out of there. But talk about your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, why engage with what we have going on just to come and shit in the same place where you're out here grifting? This is why people have a problem with you. This is why niggas criticize you. This is why your face gets put on the Summer Jam screen like once every fucking 60 days. The shit is old. It's played out. You're pandering to Drake and his fans. If you just want to be a Drake-centered channel, be that. There's a lot of people out there that love that shit, that just want to hear that shit. But when you start talking about culture, when you start criticizing other creators, the same ones who called you out on your bullshit, why you mad? You came into a culture. You're the same guy who openly said, I'm a guest in the culture. I'm a guest in the culture. That was you. But now you come up in here stomping your dirty ass shoes on niggas' carpet and they say, hey man, take your ass outside, man. That's not what we do here. And instead of take the cues, you decide, nah, I'm gonna put some more dirt in my motherfucking boots and come right back up in your house. And then when niggas light your ass up again, you're going to come out and play the victim and thinks that somebody is trying to hurt you, harm your reputation, push a narrative on you. No, nobody's pushing a narrative on you. Niggas would rather not even be worried about your ass. But you want to pull these little stunts on Twitter again. Why don't you put this stuff on your channel where you have 380,000 subscribers? Why don't you put this on your main feed where you say For the Culture is a ripoff or a malarkey or all this type of shit with extra mayo? What you got going on, man? Then when niggas start getting on your head top all over again and you're going to go through the same plight that you went through a year ago, you're going to start coming out talking about how you're not in the right mental space. You need to take a break. That shit is over with, bro. Niggas gave your ass chance after chance, gave you multiple opportunities to clean it up. Why? I don't know. But they tried. You know what I'm saying? Because hip hop is inclusive. The culture is inclusive to those that we feel are working for its benefit. For those that know how to say, all right, it's not all about me. It's not all about what I think. Because I am a guest here. If I don't want to engage with it, I can walk the fuck out. That's how it works. Because you always have the benefit of the doubt that if it don't work here, you could go do something else. But this is our shit where a lot of people don't necessarily feel like if this shit don't work out over here. And I'm not talking about hip hop media. I'm talking about the actual rappers that you cover. Don't feel like they have much of anything else that they can contribute to the world other than their lyrical contributions to hip hop. So to say this culture is a bit of malarkey, then take your ass on. Go tell us about the history of Green Day or some shit, bro. I don't give a fuck. But what is up? Then you got this guy XQC also going viral because he decided to take more shots at another motherfucker I don't give a shit about, Anthony Fantano. You know, some people like him, some people love him, some people hate him. I just don't care. But XQC basically tried to shit on him because he gave the Clips album a 9. He gave the Jack Boys from Travis Scott like a 2 or a 3 or some bullshit like that. And XQC got his panties all in a fucking bunch, and then he started disparaging hip hop, talking about some we not supposed to care about lyrics, as if the lyrics ain't what been carrying this shit for 40 years. Yeah, we regressed for a little minute. We have party music, we have other subgenres within this shit, but the power of the word is what started all of this shit. So what the fuck is you on? Hold on. Dirty Boy got 380,000 subscribers on YouTube, got 5,000 on Twitter. I understand why you feel it's safe over there. XQC critiques on Fantano's review Jack Boys 2. Hold on, let me pull it up. This ain't even my vibe, bro. Hold on. Shit, I'm tripping.
Which is why I'm feeling a like 2 on this thing.
That's
Like
crazy.
to,
That
okay.
is such a hater note. That's crazy. He gave Clips a 9. The reality with this guy is that if you care that much about lyrics, just read a book. Ask the rappers to write books and read their books, read their tweets, read their thoughts. The music is more than just fucking lyrics. Nobody gives a shit. I listen to a song, I don't care about what they say. They could be speaking German for all I give a shit about. I listen to some Chinese rap sometimes. Wanna know why?
It's because you don't appreciate where this shit comes from. You don't appreciate the storytelling. You don't appreciate that niggas are actually telling you shit that they either lived through, experienced, or learned from their real life. Now, there is a lot of caricature in hip hop. However, if a person says, I don't like this album because it's lyrically not good to me, why does it affect you? Why does it make you feel bad? Why does it, you know what I'm saying? Now, I understand we all react to people's content. We all counter each other's opinions and stuff like that. But then you start acting like hip hop is not based around lyrics. Like you don't follow rappers. What the fuck is a rapper supposed to do? If you can't rap, why are you rapping? If you want to hear beats, listen to instrumentals. Now, production does play a role in the music making process, right? Production is very important. If you don't have a good beat, I might not listen to your fucking song. I might not want to hear everything you rapping, but I'm going to still listen to the fucking lyrics. Like, what are we talking about? If the lyrics are bad, if the delivery is bad, if it sounds like a fucked up, whack ass version of shit you already did for 4-5 albums, yeah, I might critique it and say, this ain't no good. Not just because it's not good in the marketplace, but because even by your standard, it's a fucked up version of what you already been doing. So yes, I'm going to rate it lower. But now y'all folks think y'all could come up in here and stomp your dirty ass boots all over the floor and say what hip hop is and what it ain't, as if you have any role in the construction of what this shit is, what it's going to be, what it was, or what it's going to be in the future. You don't. It don't matter how many fucking concert tickets you buy. It doesn't matter how many times you show up. It doesn't matter how many videos you make. You are not going to be the voice of the hip hop culture. No matter how many subscribers you have, you're not going to be the voice. You can be a voice regurgitating what you heard and what you've seen and what you've learned, but you will never be able to say, this is what hip hop is because I say so. You're out of here. I can never say that. No one person in this shit can define what is and isn't hip hop and say, oh, why the culture is a sham. Well, get your fuck ass out the culture. And if you don't appreciate lyrics from rappers, go listen to some other music. You don't have to be here. You don't have to engage with none of this shit. But y'all make money off of this shit, and then homeboy talking about something, they only talk about these albums because that's what makes them money. What the fuck are you making beef videos for? Huh? Excuse me? Y'all don't make money off this? Huh? Weren't you taking donations when when copyright hit your videos? Aren't you getting on live talking about your situation and motherfuckers was donating? Everybody's making money. If you're qualified on YouTube, if you meet the monetization requirements, everybody's going to make money off of their opinion, off of what resonates with them, and so forth. But how dare you talk about, why is nobody talking about Boldy James? Why is nobody talking about KRS-One? Why is nobody talking about Public Enemy? Bitch, you do it. What type of nigga said why nobody talking about something without talking about it? Take your ass on. Boy, get the fuck out of here. It's a simple solution. It don't take rocket science. It doesn't take a lot of back and forth. It don't take, hey man, what do you think I should do, man? I'm really not in love with this hip hop shit, but you know, take your ass on. Start you a legal cannabis business. Start from the scratch. You know what I'm saying? Put a fucking greenhouse in your backyard or some shit, man. Like, you don't have to be here. But what is the point of partaking into some shit, coming around, being amidst the people who this shit was created, invented, and has been able to have a long 40, 50 plus year lifespan, make money off the backs of these people, and then turn around and say, oh, the culture doesn't mean anything. So go engage with a culture that actually means something to you. The fuck, man? Niggas is weird out this bitch. Like, dude, go do something else. Or just be a fucking Drake OVO channel like you really want to be. Your last 10 videos are 80% Drake based. Be the Drake apologizer. Be the Drake Avenger of YouTube. There's a lot of people that want that. Just don't disrespect the culture in the process. If niggas want to talk about the lawsuit and say that it's detrimental to hip hop, everybody has a right, because that's what the fuck it is. He's suing over a diss track, the same diss track that you broke down and made money off of. The same diss tracks that compose your entire channel. So if he's jeopardizing the sport of making diss tracks and rap beef, you should be the number one motherfucker saying, hey man, this lawsuit shit is fucked up. Because I don't have a channel if I can't talk about rap beef. Use it. Come on, man. And I'm not trying to make no personal attacks on you. Like, I'm just trying to keep it character and action based. Everything outside of that, I don't really know. I don't know you. I don't know your family. I don't know anything about you. But you got to be more aware of what you're doing and saying out here, especially when it's coming to the culture of people that you make money off of. Just go do something else. Let me know what y'all think of all this shit down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share the video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. These niggas out here crazy.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming, I swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. But drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they died of me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but you run no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.